YouTube, bro, check it out, man. We got hoop breakfast. We ranking. I don't know what he doing. What he doing? He ranking young core in every team, bro. The Hornets not top 5, top 3, top 3, top 3. Gotta be top 3. I'm giving us. I'm not even gonna be. I'm not even gonna be biased. Magic. The Magic got a crazy young team, bro. Magic. Us. And damn, who else got a good team that's young? I'm gonna give it to the Raptors, bro, because the Raptors got Quickly, Scotty, RJ, and if they get a freaking young center, oh my god, they're freaking dominance. Who else is young? Oh, the Pistons. Hold on, Pistons. I'm giving it to the Pistons, Magic, and us. Who else? Like I said, Raptors and damn, who I put in number 5? Yeah, I'm trying to go through all the NBA teams and think who got a young core. I don't know. Put somebody at number 5 for y'all.
Just because an
Raptors,
NBA
Magic,
team isn't in the mix right now
Hornets,
does not mean that all hope is lost for that franchise. In the NBA, the rebuilding process
Thunder! I forgot all about the Thunder. But I'm not counting the freaking Thunder because they already won a championship.
A lot of patience, because when your
counting
roster
teams that
is
they got
littered
crazy
with
potential,
young talent and inexperience, the losses are bound to stack up. But if you keep the big picture in mind and stay the course, these young cores can blossom into something truly great. That brings us to today's video, where we'll be going.
Hold on, let me see what I want to say. All right, so of course, we're number 1. I mean, we're not number 1. Oh, San Antonio. I forget about the Spurs. The Spurs got a good young roster. OKC got a good young roster. Toronto has a good young roster. We have a good young roster. Y'all traded Trey, so no, y'all fell off the map. Miami has not Miami. Orlando has a good young roster.
All 30 NBA teams, and we will be ranking their young cores from worst to best. By young core, of course,
if the Hornets aren't top 5 at the end of this video, I might lose my mind.
I mean all of the players on their roster that are under the age of 25, and the basis of this ranking stems from a combination of how much truly high-end elite talent they have and the quantity of young players they have
don't have
total. Before we start, though, it turns out a good amount of you watching right now aren't even subscribed to the channel.
If we going under
so
25,
content,
max is like 27, 28.
As not only does it help out a ton, but I'd also very much appreciate it. Now, with that being said, let's begin.
Let's go. Who's number 30?
We're going to be starting at the bottom, and we'll work our way up to the number 1 spot. So coming in at number 30, we have
I might be pausing a lot in this video. Sacramento has a freaking good team on paper, bro, but I don't know what the heck they got going on, bro. Y'all got Zach LaVine, Westbrook, DeRozan, Sabonis, Keegan Murray. What's going on in Sacramento that y'all aren't winning games? Y'all have a great roster on paper.
Kings. Unfortunately for Sacramento, they have very little going for.
There you go.
Capacity. They're the group at the very bottom of the standings without any promising
the Jazz got a good young roster too
to develop, and quite a few of the young guys they do have are incredibly disappointing. Maxime Reynaud is the only one emerging as a consistently useful player in the rotation, and he's a rookie who was drafted in the 2nd round of last year's draft, who has demonstrated considerable skill scoring around the basket and rebounding the basketball, but overall, every other team
Westbrook still be playing like he want to win.
More talent,
I don't know what's up
in this case,
Sacramento.
Next at number 29, we have the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers, funnily enough, are the team at the bottom of the standings for the other conference this season.
Because they don't have Halliburton, bro. They don't have Halliburton. They don't got the freaking team that they had, 2 years ago?
Also ranked as the worst current young cores, but in Indiana's case, they are a group way more focused on next season, with a core currently constructed to contend at full strength.
It's just Pascal
Unfortunately for them, former lottery pick Jarris Walker has looked mediocre at best in his first chance at consistent action this season. Ben Shepherd is a solid defender, but pretty uninspiring on offense, without much of a jumper to make up for it, and Johnny Furphy just tore his ACL is a tough blow to an already thin young core. Next at number 28, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers made an acquisition at the deadline to help this group when they acquired Benedict Mathurin as a part of the Ivica trade,
They go
but
get old
even
people that are
Mathurin
already
isn't
ready.
enough to overcome just how weak this young core is as a whole, and even Mathurin is on an expiring contract about to hit free agency. The rest of this group is made up of pretty raw talent that may not even end up proving to be NBA level in the long run, so overall, they are near the bottom. Next at number 27, we have the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers at 27,
the Lakers have
I can see
a very old, veteran-heavy roster,
just like the
and
Clippers,
those that are on the younger side just have not really panned out yet.
Well, they used to,
Dalton Connect started his rookie season looking like a potential source of offense off the bench, but his confidence has waned a ton over the last season and a half.
Come to Charlotte, bro. We got something for you.
He's been a non-factor because
come to Charlotte, Connect. We got something for you.
He's a pretty big negative on defense. Jake LaRavia is the only player in this group actually in the team's rotation, but even he has been slipping further and further down the depth chart as he's been in a pretty big shooting slump, and while he has flashed creativity on the ball, he doesn't really serve the 3 or the D role on this team in need of 3 and D wings around their stars. Next at number 26, we have the Boston Celtics.
The Celtics
have just two total...
Oh, no, because Buddy right here, I forgot his name. Jordan Walsh?
Criteria for their young core being
bro.
Jordan Walsh and Hugo Gonzalez. Neither player provide a very flashy style of play, nor will either stand out much in the box score, but don't get it twisted. Both of these players have given the Celtics fantastic energy on both ends of the floor in the team's rotation this year. Walsh has been an incredible defensive force off the bench that can press full court and cause havoc defending on or off the ball, and Hugo Gonzalez has already embraced doing the little things that make energy plays that don't show up in the stat sheet to help a team win, and he's just 19 years old. Next at number 25, we have the New York Knicks. The Knicks actually have a squad of young guys that are pretty much all incredibly raw right now, but a few years down the line could blossom.
The Knicks already have their freaking roster set up, bro. It's just, can y'all freaking win? Can y'all do something, bro? Brunson, Hart, OG, who y'all got playing power forward? Cat, Mitchell Robinson. Bro, y'all have a team already set up.
It's just way too premature to guarantee that they will.
You don't really need a young core right now.
Mohamed Diawara is an incredibly versatile young talent in particular, who is a long 6'9" forward that isn't afraid to let it fly consistently from the 3-point line. And he's flashed pretty solid potential on the ball, albeit he's got a long way to go. Tyler Kolek is a decent playmaker to have rotation for spot minutes at point guard, and Jeremy Sohan is hoping that he can get his career back on track.
Sohan, bro, I wanted him in Charlotte,
Spurs earlier this season, but admittedly, Sohan may not be a part of this team's long-term plans, with him about to hit free agency this summer. Next at number 24, we have the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets have so a lot of young...
He gonna say too, they have so many young people, bro. If they develop their people wonderful, bro, they actually develop their kids, bro, they will be cold, bro. Danny Wolf and Clowney, bro, they are freaking dogs, bro.
Talent on their roster, unfortunately, none of it is necessarily great. Noah Clowney is the most productive current player in the group, but despite his intriguing creation skills at his size, he's wildly inconsistent and inefficient. Yegor Joman is a better shooter than advertised, but isn't quite ready to be shifty enough or creative enough on the ball to be playing the point guard position where they were hoping he could be, and the rest of the group project more as rotation pieces or backups than true high-end starters in the league long-term, which is why they rank so low, as most other teams have much higher highs from their young guys. Next at number 23, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers young core is pretty much entirely carried by the promise of rookie VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe has already proven to be a tough competitor in the backcourt with explosive bounce around the rim, a much better perimeter jumper than initially expected, and a reliable mid-range game, but he's got a long way to go with his hand.
8 minutes in, folks gonna be like, bro, you want everybody to come to Charlotte. Nah, bro, no, I don't. It's just people that he's naming, I wanted them in Charlotte. But I'm perfectly fine with my team now.
On the front court on the glass, and Adem Bona being a pretty solid shot blocker at center, but overall,
I ain't been watching
the players
Adem Bona game like that.
Edgecombe in this rotation that are young are fringe rotation guys at best. Next at number 22, we have the Phoenix Suns. The Suns' young core is headlined by Jalen Green, who is trying unsuccessfully so far to rejuvenate his once promising
Mark,
career.
But goddamn, bro, you gotta stay healthy.
So many moments of explosive scoring output
boy
over the
Jalen
years,
Green.
but the story with him has always been his erratic inconsistency, his questionable decision-making and shot selection, and the fact that he is a total negative on defense that doesn't help either. The Suns do have pretty quality role players in this young group alongside him, though, as Oso Ighodaro gives front-court versatility as a capable small ball.
I know most of these guys
Ryan Dunn provides some
taking their
strong
parlays.
defense.
Like also,
Mark Williams is a very solid starting center when he's healthy, and they're still
I was literally
hoping
about to say the same thing. Mark is
can be
great
a worthwhile
when he's healthy,
developmental
but
project, even though he hasn't really seen the court all that much this season. Next at number 21, we have the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors just traded this season. Next at number 21, we have the...
I heard from a lot of Warriors friends, Brandon, and man, Brandon is not playing up to his potential.
Golden State Warriors. The Warriors just traded away their best young player, Jonathan Kuminga, so the group did take a hit in a list like this. Moses Moody has become a high-end 3-and-D player for them, but Brandon Johnski is one of the most hot and cold young guards, and often tries to do too much and play above his means, but he is still productive at the end of the day. Will Richard and G. Santos have emerged as useful rotation guys, but in general, this is just not a group that has the upside that many others do. Next at number 20, we have the Miami Heat. The Heat are another team with a few quality young guys currently making an impact in their rotation, but the verdict is still out on whether these players have as much upside as other groups around the league. Khalil Ware is the best of the bunch, nearly averaging a double-double this season, and his work as an athletic roll man and competent stretch big are great, but he still finds himself in Coach Eric Spoelstra's doghouse every so often for the amount of boneheaded mistakes he makes on defense. Nikola Jovic has been a useful 3-and-D guy in the years past, but has kind of fallen off a bit this season, and Kasper's Jackie Chonis has given the team good production.
I know Jokic and Ware.
He's just a rookie that's being brought along slowly, so they haven't been as consistent. Next at number 19, we have the Milwaukee
my boy
Bucks.
Ryan
Rollins has been a major blessing
bro.
in this young core because he has come out of nowhere this season to become a legitimately high-end starting point guard and is still just 23 years old. Rollins is averaging about 17 points and 6 assists per game in his first full season, even in an NBA rotation, and there's still a ton of room for him to grow. Then after him, there's a bit of uncertainty with players that have real upside, but also
when Giannis go, do y'all think the Bucks front office is going to keep his brother, or y'all think the Bucks front office is going to tell his brother to kick rocks? No disrespect to his brother, but where y'all think his brother going to go?
Concerns
or you think the team that picked up Giannis is going to bring in his brother?
They took a flyer on Cam Thomas after he was waived by the Nets,
what's his
and
name?
he came in
Giannis
and
is funny
immediately
too,
started
bro.
dropping
Like,
big scoring games
when
like a 34.
I'm sorry, when he hit that one shot and started celebrating, bro. Wait, was they down or up? I gotta find a clip. I'm gonna find a clip and hold on, I'm about to find a clip now. I can't even find it, so I'm not even gonna look for it.
But he's now back at the end of the bench because he
sadly.
is still a major ball hog that doesn't play much defense. Ousmane Dieng was trapped at the end of the Thunder's bench over the last 4 years, and Milwaukee could be the place that he steps into more of a bigger role as a big, versatile scoring talent. But both Thomas and Dieng are on expiring contracts with no guarantee that they will be back. Next at number 18, we have the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets' young core pretty much makes up a lot of their bench unit, but they have a pretty outstanding bench unit now, so they get a relatively favorable ranking here. Christian Brown is having a down shooting year overall, but is still a highly impactful starting shooting guard that cuts well off the ball, finishes strong around the rim, and defends hard. Peyton Watson has been having a major breakout season, averaging a highly efficient 15 points per game, and even guys like Julian Strawther and Spencer Jones are proving to be useful rotation pieces on a playoff team already at such a young age. Next at number 17, we have the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans brought in 2 lottery picks in last year's draft.
The Pelicans had a great team, bro, and they just threw it all away.
Overall, I struggled to see them in the truly highest tier of young guys in terms of upside. Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears are both incredibly skilled offensive talents, with Fears bringing quickness and shiftiness on the ball and a non-stop attacking type of play style, while Queen has got the skill, footwork, touch, and playmaking ability as a big man to run an offense.
They're gonna run that team.
Both players turn the ball over a lot, and both players struggle mightily on defense. Yves Missi is looking like a very solid backup center in the making, but the rest of the players are rotation pieces at best. Next, at number 16, we have the Chicago Bulls.
Hold on, I want to finish. The Bulls got a good young roster. I'm glad what the Bulls did, bro. They said, forget all this shit, bro. Let's rebuild again. Because, bro, we got young people, but we got to rebuild this shit again. Because it ain't no way. It ain't no fucking way. Got Giddey, Pat Will, Montage. Is this Ron Dell? This I can't forget Buddy name, but he got dunked on. No disrespect.
The Bulls took a swing on Josh Giddey when his value was at his list, and they are reaping all of the rewards for him now.
That boy
starting
Giddey
to scratch the surface of
walking
his
triple-double right
upside.
here.
He's a walking triple-double at his best, and as a big point guard, he's creating matchup nightmares that the Bulls have been trying to build around. Modest Buzelis is another very promising young guy as a 6'10" shot creator with ridiculous length that he uses to finish in so many crazy ways at the basket. He's just still quite raw and inconsistent at 21 years old.
Yeah.
Rob Dillingham and Jaden Ivey are two players that they just took a swing on at the trade deadline as well, hoping to rejuvenate their careers after they were cast off by their former teams and given up on, but overall, this is a pretty solid group landing in the middle of the pack. Next, number 15, we have the Portland Trailblazers. We're getting to the middle of the list where a lot of teams now have real talent with upside and potential, but not quite an established star making. The Trailblazers have a rock-solid defensive center
other fan besides a Hornets fan, it's probably be a Blazers fan, because that boy Sharp is a real hooper.
They've got Shaedon Sharp scoring 21 points per game, wowing crowds with ridiculous high dunks nightly, and they're still hoping that Scoot Henderson can at least develop into a decent starting point guard or a reliable sixth man type of talent at minimum. Young Hansen is looking like a bit of a wash of a first-round pick right now, but obviously it's still very early in his career, and if he becomes a real player, then their ceiling is even higher. Next, number 14, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're now hitting the part of the list where some of the biggest names in the sport start to pop up, and admittedly, the Cavaliers core is largely carried by how great Evan Mobley already is as a Defensive Player of the Year winner and multiple-time All-Star. Jalen Tyson is also breaking out as an outstanding role player that knocks down threes at a high level, defends hard, and embraces his role off the ball, but after those two, they're a pretty thin young core as a whole. Next, at number 13, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Wolves, I'll be honest, are almost entirely carried by Anthony Edwards, so I had to figure out how high I was willing to put them as a group thanks to one guy. Now, obviously, when Edwards is that one guy, it's worth quite a bit, as he's already the best shooting guard in the NBA before turning 25 years old.
I love Anthony Edwards, bro, because he stay himself, bro. He don't change. That PR shit, he don't change, bro. He from the A, and that way he gonna represent where he from. And I'm gonna start talking. I've been leaning up at work, bro. I talk how I grew up, how I talk. But man, nah, bro. What? Yeah. But hell no. Hell yeah. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. I'm about to bounce.
So I didn't feel comfortable putting them as a top 10 group off of the work of one player. Next, at number 12, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies may not have a star like Evan Mobley or Anthony Edwards, but their young core is deep, and there is a lot of talent.
That boy Vince Williams can run
looking ready to dominate the paint in year 2 before his injury earlier this season. Cedric Coward has had a phenomenal rookie season, all things considered, even with the typical rookie inconsistencies. Jalen Wells is a very solid wing in the making as a shooter and defender, and Taylor Hendricks is starting to round into form after coming over from the Jazz in the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. Santi Aldama, G. Jackson, Walter Clayton, these are all players with real talent, giving the Grizzlies a strong ranking in today's list, without needing a star to accomplish it. Next, number 11, we have the Washington
Wizards. Got
there was a very tight race for the top
core
10 of this list, and unfortunately, despite being a group actively tanking for years, the Wizards still barely fall short of it. Alex Sarr has taken major strides forward in year 2 and is one of the best shot blockers in the game, but I'm not quite ready to anoint him as a future star quite yet. Keyshawn George and Trey Johnson are two talented scorers in the making as well. Bub Carrington has improved a lot as a shooter, and Bilal Coulibaly still has pretty raw, untapped potential that people just can't seem to quit, but the team needed to go out and trade for Trae Young and Anthony Davis because of the lack of overall progress that this young core was showing overall.
I forgot AD
now
was
to
on
start
the
off the
Wizards.
top 10, we have the Utah Jazz.
Jazz, bro.
The
Jazz freaking team, bro. If they keep this team steady and going, they don't break this squad up, bro. The Jazz is going to be something to freaking worry about. Because they have nothing but young people that can be hoopers. Kessler, George, Collier, freaking Bailey, and the
have a rock-solid combination of high-end young talent and a lot of young depth, starting with Keontae George, who's averaging 24 points and 6 assists per game this season. Walker Kessler missed most of the year with an injury, but when he's been healthy, he has been a dominant rebounder and rim protector, blocking the second most shots in the league over the last couple of years, so he'll get back to that next season. Ace Bailey still has a ton of upside.
That boy Ace Bailey said, I don't want to go to the Jazz.
Has only had a mediocre rookie season. He's still got a ton of upside, and players like Isaiah Collier and Bryce Sensabaugh are terrific bench pieces at worst that could fill it up quickly when they get opportunities. Sensabaugh as a scorer and Collier as a playmaking guard. Next, number 9, we have the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors' young core is headlined by Scottie Barnes, who is a 2-time All-Star already, and he props them up this list quite a bit. Barnes is at the core of this team's success on both ends of the floor as an elite
here go the teams I named. I said the Raptors.
A little bit of everything on the
offense. Did I say the Jazz? Damn, the Jazz.
A lot of the rest of their young guys are also actively contributing in the rotation, with Jacoby Walter and Jamison Battle playing solid 3 and D roles, Jamal Shed being a terrific playmaker,
so Hornets and Thunder still and Magic,
and Colin Murray Boyles having a pretty strong rookie season as a versatile defender and paint.
I think I said the Jazz, bro.
Grady Dick has admittedly been a
that boy Grady Dick, and
but overall this is a pretty solid core as well.
Anthony Black had
next, number 8, we have the Dallas Mavericks. At this point in the list, there is a lot of stiff competition, so we're going to start favoring groups that have the S-tier prospect along with good depth around them. And for Dallas, Cooper Flagg is doing most of the heavy lifting with this group. Flagg's rookie season has been nothing short of phenomenal, and is looking way more dominant as a scorer and a defender right away than anyone could have hoped for.
You're going to be runner up for Rookie of the Year.
Lively still, of course, has promising upside as a rim-running defensive center, but this season has not been the best for him as he's dealt with a ton of injuries, and after that, Ryan Nembhard is really the only other one looking like an actual player in the long run. Next, to number 7, we have the Atlanta Hawks.
The Hawks got a great team.
Core
where's
Onyeka?
Whoa, I know Onyeka under 25.
Next, to number 7, we have the Atlanta Hawks.
Where's Onyeka? But Jalen Green, but the Hawks got a freaking young team too, and that's dogs, bro. Jalen Johnson.
The Hawks core is deep with high-end talent, blossoming.
When the Hawks
Jalen Johnson has become a near-walking
this boy Jalen Johnson can pass the ball and run the freaking point. It's a Trae Young.
And 8 assists per game.
See ya.
They also just got Jonathan Kuminga to add to this group at the deadline, and are hoping to unlock his potential on a more regular basis after a roller coaster of a stint with Golden State.
Play basketball.
Zachary Risachet has been one of the more disappointing number 1 picks in recent years, though. But Dyson Daniels is still an elite defender, and Asa Newell is a rookie with more raw talent to tap into over time as well for this group. Next, number 6, we have the Magic.
Number 6?
The Magic should have been a lock for the top 5 on a list like this, as a group led by their 2 young stars, Paolo Banchero and Franz
top
Wagner.
5.
But this season, Banchero has taken a noticeable step backward, and Wagner has been dealing with a ton of injuries most of the season.
We haven't seen the Celtics.
Of course, they are still a core with a ton of talent top to bottom, with
Jalen
Suggs and Anthony Black both proving to be great young guards this season. Jace Richardson could also add to that group over time when he gets his feet wet. We did see the Sixers. We didn't see the Celtics. And Tristan da Silva is a useful wing that defends hard and does the dirty work. But when you get to the top of a list like this, every group is going to have a lot of talent. So when it comes to splitting hairs,
we had
the
number
Magic
6.
just missed out.
Bro, if the Hornets at number 5, I might be pissed.
Out on the top 5. Next, at number 5.
I literally just said we was fucking 5, bro. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro. The next 4 teams better be better than the freaking Hornets.
5, we have the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets finally got healthy a couple months into the season.
We dogs. Hold on, let me give a shout out to all my players on the squad. LaMelo Ball, 24 mil, Brandon Miller, Tijon, Moose. Con Knipple, double K's, my boy Ryan. Duck that shit, Ryan. Liam, Sion.
They became one of the hottest teams in the whole league, with their young guys being the driving force of that.
Oh, now I was about to say, where the hell Brandon Miller
is? Of course, LaMelo Ball is one of the main factors, but he's actually having somewhat of a down season compared to what he's shown in the past.
He's having a down season.
They're still
no. Hold on, go and finish.
Soaring as of late, thanks to everything else around him. Con Knipple is.
He's having a down season because he got a team around him now. He can pass the ball to Con. Freaking 24 mil. Brandon Miller was hurt last year. He fractured his wrist. Missed half of the season. Come on.
not only very much in the mix to win the Rookie of the Year award,
he's not in the mix to win.
He might be
he
the best shooter in the NBA right now. Brandon Miller is another 20-point-per-game scorer, has improved his efficiency this season. Moussa Diabate is a beast in the middle as a defender and rebounder who has changed the way that this team plays defense. And players like Zion James, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Tijon Solon are also all giving the team good minutes off the bench as they look to end their playoff drought via the play-in tournament this season. Next at number 4, we have the Houston Rockets.
A lot of the best got a good young core. Okay, the Rockets get a pass. The Rockets get a pass.
Under the age of 25, led by Alperen Şengün, who is now already a 2-time All-Star. Şengün is a highly skilled big man who, like Nikola Jokic on a smaller scale, can orchestrate the offense as a scorer and a playmaker.
I said freaking Hornets, Magic,
perimeter
Raptors,
defender, and his truly top-tier athleticism makes him a threat at the rim every time he's in the paint.
Who the hell we haven't
seen? He's a blur in transition. Jabari Smith Jr. is a rock-solid defender who provides some secondary scoring. Reed Shepherd is arguably the team's most creative player on the ball.
That boy Reed is a real
desperately needs to improve as a defender to be a more complete player, though. And Tari Eason is like a Swiss Army knife in their lineup, giving the team a little bit of everything at the forward spots. Next, number 3.
I did say the Pistons. So Pistons get a pass
too. The number 1 seed in the East right now, being led by one of the best young point guards in the game.
Y'all clearly better than us.
It's not just Cade though, as Jalen Duren has had a huge breakout year. He's also named an All-Star this season for his work inside as a player.
Durant, if we play y'all in the playoffs, and you pull that freaking stun again, where you got my players banned for 5 games, you got a 3-game suspension. We gonna have a sit down with me, you, Adam Silver, freaking who's the president of the Players Association? Paul Pierce. I don't think it's Paul Pierce, but whoever it is, and damn, I can't think of our president name. We're all gonna have a sit down. The Hornets president, the Pistons president, me, and whoever you get suspended, Paul Pierce, Adam Silver. We're gonna have a sit down and say, yo, you pull that freaking stunt again, you getting suspended for 7 games, and we get 2-game suspension.
Paint scorer, rebounder, and much improved defender. Then Asar Thompson is on track to be named to the all-defense team this season.
2 games because of that bull crap.
Run one of the best second units in the NBA, and Dennis Jenkins has been a hidden gem for this group all year too.
I love you though, Durant.
Strong at the top and pretty deep. Next at number 2, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Number 2.
The top 2.
Who the heck is number 1 if OKC is number 2? OKC got it.
Teams
are
really in a tier of their own as young cores, with the defending champions being a group where a lot of
the
best
heck is number 1?
Are under the age of 25.
We didn't see the Cavs. Have we seen the Cavs? We didn't see the Cavs number. We did see the Cavs
this season and is one of the best defensive big
men in the
game. Who also spaces the floor well as a shooter, can create a bit off the dribble, and he blocks a ton of shots. Jalen Williams hasn't quite been able to perform at his best this season due to the amount of injuries that he's been dealing with, but he is still one of the best wings in the game on offense and defense when he's at 100%.
The Spurs! Man, the Spurs got it. The Spurs got it.
Filling in wherever the team
who the hell we ain't see?
AJ Mitchell has broken out as a scoring punch off of their bench this year, and for some reason the 76ers handed them Jared McCain for next to nothing at the deadline too. And since his arrival,
Adam Silver, that you letting them boys, them boys OKC trade a freaking bag of chips for Jalen Duren is not right. Nah, it's not even right. It's not right, but 76ers, what are y'all doing? Y'all just traded Duren for a bag of chips? What's up? Why y'all do that? I said Durant. I mean,
shooters in the
Jalen for a bag of chips.
Firepower to
What's up with
that?
Teams.
And now coming in as the number 1 ranked young.
Y'all got it. The Spurs got it because they got straight dogs as their young core. Wemby, freaking Dylan Harper, freaking Stephon Castle, freaking Julian Champagnie, and I forgot buddy name on the right.
Right now we have the San Antonio Spurs.
I ain't even mad at the
top
5. I ain't even mad at
the best young talent in the NBA, leading the way for them in Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is a real MVP candidate right now, who is also on track to win the Defensive Player of the Year award this year, as long as he makes the game's play threshold. And we have genuinely never seen someone who can do all of the things that he does at his size. It's not just him though, as Stephon Castle is another serious talent, locking putting guys up on defense night after night, while also bullying defenders as a slasher attacking the rim and taking over as the team's primary playmaker as well. Dylan Harper is another player with star upside, even though he's not the focus of it right now as a rookie, and even Julian Champagnie is a quality role player to have as a floor spacer that defends hard and embraces his role off the ball in the lineup. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today.
Make sure
to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think about the young cores around the NBA at the moment. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I was going to be mad if we didn't end up in the top 5. We got the top 5, but the 4 other teams that's ahead of us, they got it, bro. Y'all got it. Y'all got a better young core than us, and I'm not mad at it. To our friends on the tube, we get at y'all boys on the next one, man.